Around the age of 5, Gantt wandered away from her house in South Korea. Instead of returning, she was found and taken to an adoption center. Through the Korean adoption process, she was given a new name and birth date. Around 50 years later, she came home for the first time. Gantt and her adoptive sister went to South Korea a while back to see Gantt's home country. Gantt was told to submit DNA to the police station there with the possibility of finding her adoptive parents. In January, she received a message that changed her life forever.
I get an email from the detective saying that they had found my birth parents, and I just like, whoa.
Coworker Sarah Dillon, whose family has experience looking up genealogy, was amazed.
I was just kind of in stunned silence, and I kept looking at her and looking down at the letter and looking back up at her, and she's like, yeah.
Gantt was reunited with her family for the first time in March, where one of her Korean sisters translated the conversation. For Gantt, the hardest part is not remembering her first few years of life. She has no recollection of her time in South Korea, or even how to speak Korean at all.
It could have just been so traumatic for me, I don't know.
To Gantt's birth family, it does not matter. On the last night of Kim's trip, her birth mom gave her a bracelet from her own wedding day, a gift that meant more than words.
And she wanted me to have it, and I thought that was really, really special. When she saw me, she's like, that's my baby, that is my baby. And the reunion, she just wouldn't let go because she didn't want to let go, and she doesn't have to.
Gantt plans on traveling at least once a year to see them and hopes to learn some Korean beforehand. In the meantime, she is dedicating her time to helping others like her find their birth parents.
She had been looking for me all these years because she never gave up. So I'm hoping that others don't give up because there's still hope.
The one that lives down south, I believe.
Doing chicken, what's it called, the bunny ears?
Yeah. And then this is, I think, my youngest brother. I'm getting them confused because to me, they look a lot alike. And he, I think, also lives in Seoul. So my parents live outside of Seoul, and my sister lives just outside of Seoul. So they're about like a suburb, I guess. And I guess during the first visit, one of the very first things that we were shocked by is how tall the buildings are. I guess I don't know what I was imagining, but I wasn't imagining just everything tall. It's like New York, only probably worse. I mean, it's just, all the apartments are just like 18, 20 stories. My sister lives on the 20th floor, and my parents live on the 9th floor. And my other brother lives, I can't remember, I think on the 18th floor as well. So all the apartments or condos or whatever you want to call them are just really, really tall. So that was a strange thing. And then they love coffee. So there's like a coffee shop everywhere you look. So there was Starbucks everywhere.
So that coffee cup will come in handy.
Yes. So actually my sister Michelle, she brought some coffee over for them as a gift, since they all like coffee. And then, yeah, those are the two major things that surprised us when we went there the first time.
That's awesome.
And then my parents live in an apartment building that's named Blooming. Another connection or coincidence? I know.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird? When we got to the building and to the elevator, I saw the elevator door. It said Blooming, and I'm like, "You guys, that says Blooming. I live in Bloomington." So yeah, just, what do you call that?